Here's an overview of the Fundraise Up dashboard where you can manage your donations and supporter information, create and update campaigns and elements, configure your Stripe account and integrations, and also gain visibility into your account performance. When you log into Fundraise Up, the first thing you're going to see is this Insights tab. This is going to give you a visualization of your campaign performance. You can drill down into some campaign-specific statistics. You can also filter this by a date range, by campaign designation, even look at all-time performance and look at a high-level overview of an average gift size, for example, count of new recurring plans, what your fee coverage is looking like in the dashboard, for example. The Donations tab is where you can review donations that are coming in to the platform. This is going to be a real-time look at your donation data. This can also be filterable by a date range, by campaign, by element, donation source. You can drill into further filtering options here like frequency, payment method, etc., and even get access to our virtual terminal from here. So the virtual terminal can be used to process transactions directly in the backend dashboard. Both one-time and recurring plans can be set up using the virtual terminal as well, and you can simply get the donor's payment information and process transactions directly. From an individual donation record, you also get a high-level overview of all the different information that we're able to capture from every transaction. So beyond the campaign and designation information, we can also give you a breakdown of the transaction costs and the fees incurred. It's even shown here that this donor did cover the fees and what payment method was used. This is an external link to that payment in Stripe, so you'll also be able to cross-reference that donation and the metadata that we pass over to Stripe. You can see all the personal information that we collected of the donor, the source of their transaction, so what page they were on when they were converted, even what element they used, some additional insights like geolocation, desktop browser, etc. You'll also notice that we offer UTM tag support. So if you're using UTM parameters to track source attribution, we can append those to a donation record as well. And you can also set up custom fields on a campaign level to pass additional tracking parameters to your CRM or to an export that you configure with Fundraise Up. We also will send each donor a customized acknowledgement email as this example here. So you can also see a copy of the acknowledgement that was sent to a donor, and there's a PDF tax receipt attached to every email that we send through Fundraise Up. You'll also notice at the bottom here, we have cross-references to integrations that you may have connected to the platform. So, for example, you'll see HubSpot or Salesforce and double the donation. So if you are connected with a native integration with Fundraise Up, you'll also be able to see when that transaction was synced over, and you'll also see an external link to, for example, the opportunity that was created in Salesforce. From a donation record, you can also download the individual receipt and refund a donation on behalf of the donor. From the Campaigns tab, this is where you will make and manage different campaigns that you're creating within Fundraise Up. Campaigns are, you can kind of think of them as synonymous with those different checkouts that you'll be building within the platform. So you can customize things like the campaign ask, so you can put in your own content that's related to the campaign. You can control frequency settings, for example, which upsells you would like to have enabled. You can control what suggested amounts you want to be shown to a donor. We recommend that you always take advantage of our machine learning to calculate those transaction costs. We leverage over 80 different data points like geolocation, browser, device type, internet speed, time of year and time of month, for example, to factor in those personalized suggestions, but you can toggle that on and off on a per campaign basis. You can customize how covering transaction costs is displayed to a donor as well. By default, this will rely on our adaptive cost coverage, which is using AI to determine which donors should be prompted to cover transaction costs based on their donation size and additional factors. There's also opportunity to customize what donor information you want to collect at checkout. You can customize what is required and what isn't. By default will always capture name, email, and additional information such as mailing address, phone number can be made optional or required as well. You can collect marketing consent like mailing list. You can also customize any custom questions. So if there's anything that you want to collect from your donors that falls outside of our standard fields, such as how that donor heard about your organization and provide a drop-down menu, that's all configured and customized in the platform. And lastly, you can also customize language localization. Fundraise Up supports over 20 different languages and dialects in the platform. And based on the donors' browser settings, you can have that experience localized in their language, in their currency. And that's, again, all configured on a per campaign level. This is also where you can customize your email acknowledgments per campaign. You can set a global template have a global template to format those automated emails across the platform. But let's say if you have a special campaign around the holiday season, you can customize that email acknowledgement to match that appeal content, for example. From the Elements tab, this is where you would create and also update and manage the different elements that you can embed onto your website. As a quick reminder, elements are donation widgets that can be embedded directly onto your website to drive more traffic to your checkout experience. Each element can be fully customized to your website's look and feel. So you'll see here there's a visual editor where you can customize the button size, button color, even input hex code so it can really match your exact branding, play around with border radius, etc. And once you create an element, you'll simply copy and paste its HTML code to embed directly into your website. Any changes that you make to elements in the dashboard will automatically update on your website. There's no need to swap out any code, log into your website to make any inline changes. Everything can be managed again within the dashboard. What's neat is you'll also see some conversion stats of each element that you embed onto the page, so you can really get a sense of elements performance as well. Fundraise Up also integrates with marketing analytics tools like Google Analytics, Metapixel, Microsoft e-commerce, for example. But from within the dashboard, you can also see a snapshot of how your elements are performing on your website. This peer-to-peer tab is where you'll see all fundraisers that have been created for your organization, also filterable by campaign, source, etc. You can even create a new peer-to-peer fundraiser on behalf of a supporter from the dashboard. And from an individual peer-to-peer record, you'll be able to see a breakdown of donations that have been made to that fundraiser, how far they are from their goal, different emails that have been sent out associated with that peer-to-peer fundraiser. And in the event that the fundraiser reaches out and they need some support in making any changes, you can do that on their behalf and even pause a peer-to-peer fundraiser or add a member to their team on their behalf. The recurring tab is where you will have a dedicated place to manage all recurring plans initiated or migrated to Fundraise Up. If we click into this example here, you can see that that recurring plan is active. You can see when the next installment is going to be incurred, the total amount of the recurring plan incurred so far, and you can see installment records associated with each recurring plan as well. There's also a log of the email acknowledgements that we send to a donor. We have a ton of different features specifically tied to recurring plan management. One of that is machine learning based retry behavior. So if we're unable to process an installment, for example, we'll rely on machine learning to determine when that installment should be tried again and ultimately made successful to your organization. We'll also automate credit card expiry notices. We'll also automate communications to a donor if we're unable to process their recurring gift, for example. So just different automation that your organization can rely on to maintain the recurring plans and ensure longer retention. From the dashboard, you can also edit payment details on behalf of the donor if they want to update their payment method, installment amount, frequency, etc. You can adjust to skip installments or even cancel the recurring plan from the dashboard. So again, different admin controls at your disposal here. The supporters tab is simply a look at all supporter records generated in the platform. So for example, if I click into Aaron Hall, you'll be able to see lifetime donation, last donation, all communications, and just again a breakdown of all transaction history that donor has had within the platform. The last tab at the top here is our exports tab. Our scheduled exports tool is a way for you to create bulk export files to be generated on a recurring schedule. You can create a custom template with all different file column information, so you can pick and choose exactly what fields you want to export from the platform, even format column names. It's a really easy drag and drop editor. Choose kind of, again, exactly what fields you want to export from the platform, and you can automate those files to be created on a hourly to a monthly cadence, as well as sent to either a email address or set up an FTP location at your organization. So the exports tool is a really great way to export information anywhere out of Fundraise Up. This is also a good use case in the event that we don't have a native integration with a CRM that you're using. For example, you can rely on scheduled exports to get information into whichever platform you need. A couple of other things here from the dashboard. This is also where you'll be able to configure any account settings like your organization name, input your tax information here. This is also where you can customize receipts that are being issued through the platform. So Fundraise Up issues all tax deductible receipts, and you can customize what that will include for the donor. This is also where you can customize user roles, so you can have unlimited users to the platform. There's different user roles that you can take advantage of as well, from organization administrator to view only, and again, unlimited users can add it to the account. This is also where you find your installation script. The only thing that you need to use Fundraise Up is a Stripe account, and then embedding this install script into the main header of your website. This is also where you'll connect a Stripe account or and a PayPal account as well, configure all different payment options like Apple Pay, Google Pay, direct debit. Once you've connected Stripe, all of these additional payment methods are turnkey in the platform. There's no additional development work required to set up Apple Pay, for example. So everything can be easily managed from the platform, including connecting a brokerage account or a crypto wallet to accept cryptocurrencies through the platform. Lastly, if you are using a CRM like Salesforce or HubSpot or any as shown on this list here, we have some comprehensive integration documentation that you can look at to configure your CRM. But we do offer native API-based integrations with some of the most popular CRMs on the market. As you'll see in the Salesforce example, this is where you can customize just the behavior of how you want information from Fundraise Up to be synced into that environment. Even different mapping rules where, again, you can exactly specify how you want data from Fundraise Up to map over into different account or opportunities that are created once those donations are synced over, and even specify special rules to, again, get as granular as possible with how data is corresponding in the platform. All of our integrations can be connected for free to the platform, and there's no cost to maintaining or integrating with Fundraise Up. Yeah, so that in a nutshell is everything that you can do at a high level in the Fundraise Up dashboard, and hope this was helpful.